Welcome to Hockey Whiz Talks podcast. Today I'll be making predictions for Canada's men's Olympic team roster in the 2022 Winter Olympics. In this podcast, I'll be making predictions on who will make Canada's roster in the 2022 Winter Olympics. There are three players who will absolutely be on the team: Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and Nathan MacKinnon. These players are essentially locks to make the team and will be relied upon heavily. Joining those three superstars will be players such as Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, Brayden Point, Steven Stamkos, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Mark Scheifele. All of these players are stars in their own right and will make Canada's offense downright impossible to stop. Canada has always had a checking or shutdown line, which also serves as their identity line. This line will consist of Ryan O'Reilly, Sean Couturier, and Mark Stone. All three players are Selke caliber players and would be a pain to play against, especially if they're all on the same line. Canada's defense will be very different this Olympics. Mainstays such as Duncan Keith, Shea Weber, and Marc-Edouard Vlasic may no longer be on the team, and Canada could have a much younger defensive core than in past Olympics. The competition on defense has never been higher, and we might see Canada roll 3 D pairs as opposed to their top 4 the majority of the time. Defensemen that should make the roster are Dougie Hamilton, Cale Makar, Morgan Rielly, Alex Pietrangelo, Drew Doughty, Aaron Ekblad, Thomas Chabot, and Darnell Nurse. Carey Price is almost a lock to be the starting goalie for Canada once again. The question is who the other two goalies will be. Their best options are Marc-Andre Fleury, Darcy Kemper, Matt Murray, and Jordan Binnington for their second and third goalies. If Fleury wants to play, he should be on the roster, and I think Darcy Kemper would make a pretty solid third goalie. And now a word from our sponsor. Check out my scouting blog at hockeywiz777scouting.com. You can also listen to my scouting blog podcast on anchor.fm/hockeywiz777scouting. Projected roster. First line is Connor McDavid, centering Nathan MacKinnon and Mark Scheifele. Second line is Sidney Crosby, centering Brad Marchand and Patrice Bergeron. Third line is Brayden Point, centering John Tavares and Steven Stamkos. Fourth line is Ryan O'Reilly, centering Mark Stone and Sean Couturier. First D pair is Cale Makar and Alex Pietrangelo. Second D pair is Morgan Rielly and Dougie Hamilton. Third D pair is Thomas Chabot and Drew Doughty. Goalies are Carey Price and Marc-Andre Fleury. The spares are Jonathan Huberdeau, Mitch Marner, Aaron Ekblad, Darnell Nurse, and Darcy Kemper. Notable omissions: forwards Matt Barzal, Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Claude Giroux, Bo Horvat, Taylor Hall. Defensemen Shea Theodore, Brent Burns, Chris Letang, Mark Giordano, Josh Morrissey. Goalies Jordan Binnington, Matt Murray. Check out my hockey blog at hockeywiztalkshockey.blogspot.com. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at hockeywiz777. Canada looks like the favorites to win gold at the 2022 Winter Olympics. However, the defense has some question marks and could turn out to be their weakness on this stacked roster. In my next podcast, I'll be making predictions on the USA men's Olympic hockey team roster in the 2022 Winter Olympics.